With the Dish Anywhere app, you can watch TV on the go. Plans are locked in at starting under $80 a month, and your price is guaranteed for 3 years when you call World of Wireless right now. 877-305-DISH. Ask about a $300 bonus if you're a DirecTV customer. 877-305-3474 for World of Wireless.
We'll wrap up the show next with your SEC update.
Behind Enemy Lines in Tuscaloosa, Alabama is presented by Ag Up Equipment. Ag Up has 16 locations across Arkansas and Mississippi. Visit us at agup.com. That's AGUP.com. Your official John Deere dealer.
Nothing runs like a deer because nothing's built like one.
The best selection of RVs is now even better at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV has added Brinkley RVs to the already loaded lineup of Grand Design and Forest River products. See the Brinkley Model Z, the latest innovation in luxury fifth wheels. And like always, every new RV comes with a lifetime warranty, so you can camp with confidence. So stop in and find out why Wheels has been voted best RV dealer year after year. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
Roger Scott for Leaf Guard of Arkansas. Attention homeowners, it's time to put gutter worries behind you with Leaf Guard of Arkansas, the only true one-piece single covered gutter system on the market. Let's talk some facts. Guaranteed to never clog. Yeah, you got that right. Say goodbye to the endless hassle of gutter cleaning. This month, brace yourself for the incredible $99 install sale. Just $99 installation for a limited time on a complete Leaf Guard system. It's the deal of the year and you don't want to miss out. And interest-free financing until 2025. No monthly interest if paid in full within 18 months. Picture this. A world where gutters never clog, where muck and mud and shingle grit are a thing of the past. Do not risk your life cleaning out your gutters or paying somebody else to do it every year. You'll never have to climb up there again. So why wait? Protect your investment, protect your foundation, get Leaf Guard now. Ask about the $99 install sale and interest-free financing until 2025. Give them a call at 501-664-5400 or check them out at leafguardandmore.com. Invest in your home. Invest in Leaf Guard.
This is the Morning Rush.
Touchdown, Razorback!
This ad is for the paint store in Van Buren. I doubt you thought paint was anything like football, right? So for football, you need a team. For painting, you might need a primer, the perfect color, maybe a top coat, and bug juice to keep the spiders and bugs away, right? So it takes a team of products to make the winning paint job. The right place for that is in Van Buren at the paint store, and the right place for certified grass-fed beef from M&M Farms in Rudy. That's right, all at 1414 Fayetteville Road in Van Buren.
Hi folks, Larry Rath here for Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, where we are rolling out Rath Auto Relief. Now through midnight on Halloween, get up to $1,500 Rath cash when you purchase any one of our Rath Road Ready vehicles. Use it to pay your sales tax, get extra for your trade, or just take it right off the price. Plus, follow us on Facebook for fun-free giveaways every week. Rath Auto Relief, one more reason all the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, Fort Smith.
Doe's Eat Place, serving award-winning steaks, has now added lobster tail and salmon to the menu. You can also enjoy delicious appetizers along with your choice of drinks from the largest selection of wines, beer, and liquor in the River Valley. Doe's Eat Place is open Tuesday through Thursday 5 till 9 and Friday and Saturday 5 till 10. Reservations are recommended. Call 784-9111. That's 784-9111. Doe's Eat Place, 422 North 3rd Street, Fort Smith.
Riley Farm Dental, at the entrance to Riley Farms, provides every type of dental care and procedure for you and your family, from general dentistry, braces, implants, and cosmetics. Dr. Sparkman, Davis, and Farmer give all of their patients better lives with a better smile, more confident, and a comfortable experience every time. Riley Farm Dental, 5901 Riley Park Drive, Suite A, at the entrance to Riley Farms. Now offering same-day crowns. Call 226-3500 for an appointment or visit RileyFarmDental.com.
This is a public service announcement for hard seltzer lovers. Neutral Vodka Seltzer has arrived. Made with simple ingredients like vodka, seltzer, and real juice. Neutral tastes good. Like real good. So good that you'll never want to drink another artificial tasting seltzer again. Neutral's light and refreshing taste will show you what a vodka seltzer can be. Try Neutral, the one with the umlaut. Copyright 2023 Neutral Distilled Spirit Specialty, Los Angeles, California. Enjoy responsibly.
Bow hunters, the season is here, and Jelco Outdoors has all the hunting supplies you will need. Cover scents, mosquito and tick repellent, headlamps, face masks, gloves, boots, clothing, ground blinds, blind chairs, feeders, nut grub, deer corn, feeders, saddle, hang-on, climbers, and ladder stands. Jelco has the largest selection of bows in the area. Good luck and safe hunting from your friends at Jelco Outdoors, 4600 South Zero in Fort Smith.
Do you need an attorney that you can actually speak with? You need Hickey & Hull Law Partners. The attorneys at Hickey & Hull understand the importance of client communication and are taking the time to meet you, respond to emails, and return calls. Every case is important, and they strive to give each one the time and attention it deserves. Call today, 479-434-2414, or visit them online at kevinhickeylaw.com. Hickey & Hull Law Partners. Things are about to get better.
It's never scary when you buy from Harry Robinson Buick and GMC. Dependable service, deep and wide selection, saving prices guaranteed. Professionals you can count on. Find what you're looking for. We're your Buick headquarters and a GMC truck superstar. It's never scary when you buy from Harry Robinson Buick and GMC.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Somebody said we've got SEC bias. Deal with it. They're the best.
In the SEC, it just means more.
I know one thing. The SEC just got a little tougher.
This is your SEC update on the Morning Rush.
All right, so with Alabama beating Texas A&M on Saturday, 3-0 in conference is where Nick Saban finds his team once again. 5-1 overall. Again, they only lost to the Texas Longhorns. LSU right behind them at 3-1, 4-2 overall. Ole Miss, A&M tied together at 2-1. Auburn's 0-2 in the league. Arkansas and Mississippi State are both 0-3 in the league as well. They struggle a little bit with Central Michigan and Mississippi State did. Will Rogers got a little banged up, but that's what ended up happening this weekend.
I mean, I saw where a guy landed on him, and he went off with his left shoulder kind of slunched down or limp, if you will, and he didn't play. I don't know. I mean, that'd be interesting to see if he plays this week.
I thought he came back, but maybe I'm wrong about that.
I didn't watch who were they from, Western Carolina or whoever it was. I didn't watch
Central Michigan.
Central Michigan, a non-conference game, but yeah, that could be a key injury, obviously.
Yeah, if they head into Fayetteville without him, it's going to be a little different ball game than this point. But that's the setup of the West. The East right now, Georgia is top dog with 0 SEC losses to this point. We could be headed for another Alabama-Georgia SEC championship. We'll have to wait and see on the rest of the season plays out. Alabama has still big games remaining in Bryant-Denny Stadium. Tennessee, LSU. I know Auburn isn't exactly the most forceful opponent on paper, but we know the Iron Bowl has some weird things happen, and that game is actually not in Bryant-Denny. That game's in Jordan-Hare Stadium this fall.
And Alabama's still really good. I mean, let's not get carried away. Alabama is right now the class of the West, but the gap that they've had over the last 15 years is not as wide this year. I know LSU's had their moments, Auburn had their year, but this year Alabama offensively doesn't seem to be anywhere near the same level they've been. Now, the story the last 3 weeks, and we've glossed over it and we've talked about it, Alabama's defense has come to play. They have been awakened, and that's why Alabama will win the West. That's why Alabama will be a problem for Georgia in the championship game, is their defense, kind of like Arkansas is doing now, just at a different level, is keeping them in every ball game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a defense that still has a lot of impact on a college football game. We saw that against Texas A&M. Unfortunately, we're going to see it this Saturday when you walk into Bryant-Denny Stadium in Tuscaloosa. And again, it sets up. I don't feel like they're going to win this football game on Saturday. Now, again, I thought they were if they had somewhat of an offensive line. I said that all summer. You don't have an offensive line right now. I don't think that they're all of a sudden going to figure it out against the Crimson Tide. But if you want to look at this from a positive standpoint, emotional win against Texas A&M, third Saturday in October is next week when Tennessee walks into Tuscaloosa. It's an 11 a.m. game. Saban's going to be talking about rat poison all week long. We'll see if his players listen, or we'll see if they ignore Arkansas, who's lost 4 straight.
Well, Arkansas, I would expect, goes in there and fight. What the Bet Saracen app, I think, was at 19 or somewhere around 19 is where the line came out yesterday. And I would expect Arkansas. If I had to just jump on that right now, I'd take Arkansas on the points.
Would you?
Yeah. Now, I mean, Bama's more than capable, and you wonder, well, how in the world can Arkansas score 2 touchdowns or 3 touchdowns in this game? 3 might be a stretch, but I think Arkansas's defense can do some things with Milroe, bottle him up a little bit, and maybe make this thing like last week where you kick some field goals, you score a couple touchdowns, maybe you get a defensive or special team score, you get yourself in the mid-20s, and you got a chance if something happens in the fourth quarter to win the game.
I hope so. I hope that's the case. I really don't want to watch just a bashing when I'm sitting in Bryant-Denny Stadium. But, again, we've seen it before. It's Alabama for a reason, and Nick Saban, again, has his team on track to once again wind up in Atlanta, Georgia. Still have some obstacles on the way, but, yeah, that defense is starting to look a little vintage Alabama at this point. That's your SEC update this morning.
And it's brought to you by our friends here on a Hot Take Monday by Wheels RV, 5 miles west of Exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Always the best brands, always the best prices, and you get a lifetime warranty on every new RV they sell. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of Exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
So plenty of good college football games outside of just the SEC this weekend. I know that Texas and Oklahoma, while they will be SEC members starting next year, Greg Sankey actually in attendance in Dallas for the Cotton Bowl, and that was a fantastic game. Back and forth, Oklahoma comes out on top. The Longhorns' college football playoff hopes are not completely out at this point, but it sure got a lot more difficult for Steve Sarkisian and company to make it after that loss on Saturday.
Boy, a lot of things have to happen in order for that to work itself out. But you're starting to see some things that are happening. I really don't see how the SEC could get left out kind of as after that loss and some other things. Notre Dame loses again, so a lot of teams are starting to eliminate themselves from the 4-team playoff.
USC survived. They defensively are still bad. I don't know why Lincoln Riley stays attached to the hip with Alex Greenwich. Maybe he has something on him. Doesn't make a lick of sense to me. Hasn't had a good defense when they've been associated in Norman. The same is said about USC. Caleb Williams is still fantastic. There's a reason this guy won the Heisman Trophy last year, but man, I can't see them winning a national championship based on how bad that defense is.
Yeah, so I mean, I really, you just can't really even imagine a world, even if Tennessee beat Georgia and somehow Georgia still made the championship game. You really can't see a scenario where if it's Georgia and Bama in there, even with one loss going into that, where the winner of that game isn't in the playoff. Yeah. Even today, I don't see that if that was the scenario.
Yeah, and I've said before, I've got a little Bama fatigue. I've got Georgia fatigue. I was really hoping this would be the season that neither of those teams made it to the college football playoff, but it looks like we're going to see it once again to this point. Now, again, there's still obstacles.
You got to get them to quit making the SEC championship every year.
Yeah, and there's still obstacles more for Bama than there are for Georgia. I'm curious, again, how that game in Knoxville plays out. We'll get a chance to talk with Bruce Dane at Pradco Fishing tomorrow, but
I'll be interested to see how LSU plays the rest of the way. They going to play out the string, let go of the rope, or are they going to, are they going to fight for a January 1 game or something still?
I would love to see them go into Tuscaloosa and win that football game, go back-to-back, which hasn't happened many times under the direction under Nick Saban at this point. But that is a good question to ask at this point. Now, I know that you're excited because I'm bringing back some Alabama White Sauce. Have you ever been to Tuscaloosa?
I've not been to Tuscaloosa. Been to Birmingham many times, but not to Tuscaloosa.
We're going to be behind enemy lines this weekend thanks to our friends at AgUp Equipment, agup.com. Layden and his team have 16 locations across Arkansas and Mississippi. I'm going to bring him a bottle back, you, Christian, and then also my dad a bottle back to this point. That stuff is, if you haven't had Alabama White Sauce, it is very good.
Got to go to the Blue Moon Barbecue and get it there. Okay. There's just, I think, the
specific.
best.
Okay. Yeah. Have you had any others?
I bought some off the store shelf there, and it's just not quite as good as Blue Moon. Okay. I don't think.
I've got that written down on my notes this weekend. You know how particular I am when it comes to writing stuff down in my planner. So hopefully that gets done.
All right, a few hours away, we'll find out the game time for the Mississippi State game. You can call the Hogs in a couple of weeks with your closest friends. Hopefully after some big touchdowns, it'll be a big tailgating scene in a couple of weeks, and the buzz around town on a football weekend is something special in Fayetteville. All things that you love about Saturdays in the fall are here in the Changing Leaves. Experience Razorback football this fall and secure your seat for the best matchups, including the Mississippi State game. Go to ArkansasRazorbacks.com or call 1-800-982-HOGS, 1-800-982-HOGS, and get your tickets for Mississippi State or any of the remaining home games for the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Now, you're really good. Why don't you pull out that SEC handbook? You're good at being precise on what game. I'm of the belief that Mississippi State game, we'll find out again later on halftime, that game is either going to be the 3 o'clock SEC Network game or the 11 o'clock SEC Network game.
Okay, so Bama, Tennessee is going to be your 2:30 CBS game.
Okay.
I think that's pretty easy. You got Auburn and Ole Miss. That's probably 6 p.m. ESPN.
Yeah, Hugh Freeze going up against his former team. There's a lot of interest in that.
LSU plays Army. Missouri, South Carolina, that's 11 a.m. SEC Network.
Do you think that one's the 11 a.m.?
On the SEC Network. Missouri and South Carolina. Yeah. Okay. Or I could see it 11 a.m. on with Missouri. Well, no, Missouri lost this week. That's 11 a.m. SEC Network. Tennessee, we already talked about them. Yep. Arkansas is going to be, it won't be the 3 o'clock. I don't even think there will be a 3 o'clock game that day.
There won't be a 3 o'clock game.
So I could see Arkansas and Mississippi State being.
Would they put that in 6:30 on?
6 p.m. SEC Network.
Okay.
2:30 for Alabama, Tennessee is what I think.
It'll be
Arkansas, Mississippi State, 6 p.m.
6:30. Yeah, 6:30.
6:30
yeah.
SEC Network. Auburn and Ole Miss will be either 11 a.m. ESPN or 6 p.m. ESPN. And then you got LSU and Army. Now, there's going to be if there is a 3 o'clock game, there's so many buys that week. Florida, Georgia, Kentucky, all on a bye that weekend, as well as A&M and Vandy. So I don't know if there will be a 3 o'clock game. LSU and Army, that could be your 11 a.m. SEC Network game.
Oh, that'd be, man, if they got a night game after how this season has gone for the last 4 games, that'd be nice. I know
it'll come down to Missouri, South Carolina, and Arkansas, Mississippi State for that slot. I mean, you want to have 2 SEC games.
Which Columbia is it in? Is it in South Carolina or Missouri?
That game is in Columbia, Missouri.
That's the better game because it's the 2 bottom feeders of the SEC West right now.
I've gotten a lot of these right. I'm going to say 6:30 SEC Network.
That would be nice. I would be pretty happy if that would be the case.
I'd be okay with 11. I know you're not a fan of the 11 a.m. games, particularly home games, but 11 would be fine,
11's great on the road. 11's awesome this weekend for Alabama. I would take that over. Even though a night game at Bryant-Denny would be cool, I will take 11 a.m. on the road every time and a night game at home every time because I don't think CBS is going to pop you on 2:30 anytime soon based on the way the season.
Tennessee.
Yeah, and that's a deserved game, and it'll be a fun game in 2 weeks that I'm excited about. But we'll get that again. Be listening for halftime later on. You'll get that announcement right here from Phil Elson, Matt Jones, and Big C as well, and then Ruskin and Zach appearing right after that to that point. It was fun doing the post game with Derek on Saturday night, hoping for a miracle this weekend, y'all. I don't know if we're gonna get it, but that's where I'm sitting right now at this point when it comes to Arkansas and Alabama this weekend.
Yeah. So, all right, we got a full day coverage. I guess beginning 5 a.m. with our pregame. We'll have Lindy's and then Give Me the Hogs Chuck podcast at 5:30, and
live
then we're on
from
the air
Tuscaloosa.
at 6 from Tuscaloosa.
Arkansas Game Day, presented by the Stadium Shop on Razorback, and KC Insurance Partners gets going in Tuscaloosa that morning, and then Hog Reaction will get going in the afternoon, but presented by the Teague Law Firm and Signature Bank. So we got a full slate ahead of you for this Saturday as well. Appreciate everyone joining us here on a Hot Take Monday. I know that everyone had a fun time at Wheels RV this weekend, and I know that Chris, Lee J, and the rest of the guys were really appreciative of that. For Tommy, for Big C, and Chuck, I'm Ty. Tune in tomorrow. We'll be back here in these seats at 6 a.m.
The best selection of RVs is now even better at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV has